Before we jump to modern day, we have to take a look back at the past. Back when everyday life was predictable, it was easy, there was no threat of walking out your front door and being eaten to death. I'm gonna go same order we did intros. Jacob. And this early morning, we'll call it Friday, just to rub a little salt in the wound that this happened on a Friday.
Of course.
Where are you?
He's in his shop. He's probably that moment trying to pull a recalcitrant transmission out of a 1985 Volkswagen covered in grease and various other car fluids and dirt.
This when I picture a car garage, I picture that old, like, staticky radio just blasting in the corner of the garage. Is that the case?
Oh, yeah, for certain. It's pretty much always on.
Okay. Getting your 15th rendition of Black Betty since you got here and started working. And you hear a screech of tires just barely audible over the music. But I mean, you know that people drive like assholes all the time through here. It's nothing new that someone got brake checked or almost went off the road because they're staring at their phone. It's nothing new.
Yeah, pretty normal. Just basically ignore it unless it sounds like it's trying to crash into the shop.
A few moments go by. Hear sirens again. Nothing unusual. Just busy working.
He'll look up at the sirens for a moment just because, well, past things and tends to catch his attention, makes him think about certain things. But other than that, it's just kind of a shrug and grab a different tool to go, maybe a new socket wrench to see what can't get this bolt loosened up. Maybe a hammer, because sometimes you need a hammer on it.
um why don't we make the very first roll of the you have you have any training in any sort of perception?
And only for recognizing falsehood.
Why don't we just make a intelligence roll,
Okay.
an intelligence task?
That's an 18.
Um, you do have the option of, applying effort, adding assets, things like that before you make the roll, but thankfully you didn't need them this time. Because 18s is more than enough. As you pop your head up for a moment, listening to the sirens, and get ready to slide back down, you bury your head in getting this engine done. You hear a bang, then another bang. Someone is pounding on the currently locked front door.
What the hell? Straighten up. I grab a rag, wipe the worst of the grease off. Think for a second. Grab that crescent wrench and kind of slip it into his pocket. Slowly make his way towards the front door. Hey, we're not open to the public yet.
The young woman, hair absolutely frazzled, side of her head just matted in crimson, eyes wide, just frantically. and then she meets your gaze, and you can hear the door now rattling, and she's saying something, but over the sound of the music and the sound of her own noise, it's hard to make out what she's saying.
What the hell? Hey, you all right? Move a little faster towards the door. Start going to unlock it so we can let her in because obviously she looks like she's been in an accident or something.
Okay. Looks awful. The moment the door is unlocked, she is in, kind of stumbling forward, immediately turning to shut the door behind her. Ah, oh my god! Thank you so much. I don't. What is happening out there? I don't. I don't understand.
What do you mean? I've been in here working. Are you okay? Let me here, sit down. Oh, got old stools in front of the counter there. Have her sit down and
We're getting packed to go out of town, and we stopped for in the rest stop. Next thing I knew, people were screaming. Someone hit me over the side of the head. I
what the hell?
I think I blacked out for a second, and when I woke up, oh god, I think people were eating each other.
I think you might have got hit pretty hard in the side of the head. Here, you sit still. I'm going to grab the first aid kit and then we're going to call an ambulance because you need more help than I can provide for you. All right, just hold still for a second. Duck back into the garage real quick to grab the first aid kit that's in there so I can at least try to throw something on there to maybe stop the bleeding a little bit or something.
You hear a heavy thud of a body just hitting the ground.
Oh shit! Hey, you all right?
She just collapsed, head just slamming against the floor. No blood pooling out, though.
Oh god! I'll bend down, see if I can't see if she's check her pulse and that kind of stuff.
There's no pulse.
Oh, son of a bitch! Pull out my phone and start dial 911.
You immediately get a busy signal.
The hell? Hell am I paying taxes to you people for? Throw it back. I'll leave it like going and just kind of set it on the counter and then fuck. I don't know how to do first aid CPR stuff. Try to do CPR like
Yeah.
chest compression stuff.
Roll her onto her back, start counting. What is it, this song?
Staying alive.
Staying Alive? Yeah. It only takes a few moments, not seeing any reaction, and then the eyes kind of shoot open, staring up at the ceiling blankly. She starts to roll as if, to try to get up, and is going to lunge forward to try to bite you.
Oh shit!
So, this is going to be a strength defense roll. A might defense roll of difficulty 3, which means the target number is 9.
Okay.
You can spend effort if you want to decrease that number. If you have any assets, anything nearby that you feel you could use to defend yourself with, or if you're trained in might defense, all of these things will lower the difficulty.
Okay. Think at the moment there's not really because this is kind of the front room, so it's not like there's much in
You don't have
reach
like
or
a riot
anything.
shield you can just throw it away real quick.
Yeah, don't everybody keeps one by the door, don't you know? um, yeah. So mostly, I will throw some effort on that.
Yeah. Do you have a might edge?
I do.
That only costs you 2.
Yeah.
Let's see what you got. An
Balls.
8, which would have failed had you not thrown the effort on there.
Oof.
But I will let you describe this scene as you successfully managed to not to avoid being bitten.
So as soon as she starts like trying to sit up or anything, he would have sat back a little bit, but he still kind of had his hands out like, hey, hold, stop, won't stop. You need to sit still and everything. And I picture her just kind of lunging forward face first, like almost into his hands.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of catch her here and kind of holding her. I imagine he probably gets scraped up on the arms if she's like grabbing and this kind of stuff. And since he's still kind of down, um, he's just going to shove straight back into that cinder block wall,
Just
like
a
probably harder than he's trying to.
oh yeah, just
Kind of out of
a
panic.
wet thud as she just stops, just slides down to the ground and stops moving.
Oh shit, lady. Kind of carefully reach out, smack a foot. Hey, you. Oh shit.
There's more screams from outside. You hear the sound of a car swerving off the road and slamming into a nearby building.
Just picture like standing up slowly and kind of looking away from this finally, slowly out there because it's the big front window kind of thing, and seeing this and just this look of what the fuck.
You get that camera panned view of it just going off. The city descending into chaos. And I feel like it's safe to say, being in a garage, you have a working vehicle.
Half working vehicle, maybe. It's
It drives most of the time.
one that moves mostly. It's
um,
probably old and hoopty.
then
Hoopty.
I think we can move on to the next person as you hop in the driver's seat. Grab whatever you can. Take off. Freddy, you're supposed to be on lockdown. TikTok.
Oh, I'm too old for TikTok.
Um, Freddy, I'm gonna leave it
Yes.
to you. Where would you be now? Maybe an hour into this zombie infestation. Where would you be where Jacob would come across you?
Well, I said I was like 18. So maybe he sees me. Well, we already established that you've worked on my mom's car. So you know who
Yeah,
I am. Okay.
yeah.
You would probably see me running, I'm going to say from the high school. Like, maybe that outbreak happened in the high school?
Absolutely.
And she is racing out ahead and looking terrified, and I don't know.
This
And
this is what happens when you send your sick kids to school.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
exactly. Keep them home.
yeah. she's she's got her mask on, just bolting. Yeah, so I'm
Like,
just running down the sidewalk, probably terrified.
sprinting away from biology class where the teacher and your fellow students uh, didn't have quite as lucky of a fate as you. And you'd get, a good 50, 60 feet out the door, sprinting along that sidewalk before you'd hear the doors burst open and hear multiple figures just come falling out, stumbling over each other, trying to get to their feet, chasing after you.
Um, yeah, I'm just gonna run along the sidewalk. I'm not screaming or anything, but I look terrified.
Let's go with the speed roll for you. It's still difficulty 3, so your target number is 9. Do you have any skills that
Oh
you're trained
no.
in that you feel would apply to this? Did you run track and
No.
field?
No, I definitely did not. It's definitely the loner in the art room in high school. uh,
You
I
can
can
spend some
sense some.
effort if you'd
Uh,
like.
I can sense some emotions. Do I feel like they're being, angry at me from behind that boosts my speed?
Oh, there's no anger.
Oh, great. Oh, cool. Social interactions. I'm good at that.
So, yeah, let's just see a speed roll. Target number 9.
Oh, it's not. This is gonna go
You
so
have
poorly.
higher than 50% chance.
Yeah,
Nailed it.
there you
A
Okay.
15. No problem. You are sprinting down that sidewalk as you hear windows shattering. People are trying to jump out of the classrooms only to get grabbed and pulled back in. And then you hear the sound of an engine roaring up the street, coming to a screeching halt next to you. Jacob, you recognize this person, which you've probably only seen maybe a handful of times whenever, the car was brought by.
Yeah, I mean, seeing Freddy sprinting down the sidewalk and all this other craziness happening back there, he'll come basically screeching up to a stop in this brown 1983 uh, Buick Century 4-door land barge of a car. Just reach over and flip open that passenger door. Get in here!
I don't hesitate. I bundle all my skirts. I've got like one of those weird kids in high school. I'm wearing a leather jacket, but I've got like a giant skirt that's got like tiers of ruffles. And then black combat boots on underneath, and a big black
Incredible.
scarf around my neck. So yeah, I just bundle myself in without any hesitation, and just don't say anything to you. I'm just gonna sit there like panting and staring straight ahead.
Yeah, as soon as Freddy's in and the door is closed, hit the gas again and take off.
Absolutely. Next, um, we're gonna one. Kyle and Tilda. We're now approaching hour 2 of the initial outbreak. Where would the two of you have both been that this would have happened? That could have been the supermarket or, wherever.
I think Hilda was putting in a significant amount of overtime at the office. So it's pretty late at night and she's just walking home to her apartment at this
Okay.
point.
Your first interaction was after a very long night of work.
hmm And had she heard any like sirens or sounds coming from outside, she just tuned them out and focused on her paperwork.
Absolutely. And Kyle?
I think, let's see, if it's late at night, he's probably just out at went to go walk to a convenience store, get some late night, beers. Just
Two of
taking a
you
walk.
just absolute ships in the night. Just
Mhm.
nothing extraordinary should have been happening, should have caused the two of you to even stop and engage, other than the fact that, Midge, you are currently driving your car. Wherever you came from is about to be very irrelevant. As we are driving, as you have heard rumors on the radio, on whatever news program you listen to, that there's that odd things have been happening, that the police are recommending people stay inside, only to have someone leap in front of the car and just collide. Would you make a speed roll, please, to keep your car from careening? Again, if you have a skill that you are trained in that you feel would apply, you could do so. You could spend effort.
Nope.
Then it is just a target number 9. That is not it.
Nope, that's not it.
Mm-mm.
Fabulous.
So the GM intrusion was set to a 1, 2, or 3, which it shouldn't have been, but that is now fixed. Hilda and Kyle, as the two of you, see each other, just that nod of acknowledgement, like, I'm not a serial killer, have a good night. You hear the screeching of tires, and then a car just slams into one of those like high-rise walls that's about 3 foot tall. That's just like cement and brick, and then proceeds to flip over top and come landing with a crash.
I will sprint over to the car, see if they're okay.
I will run as fast as I can in my Ferragamo heels to the car.
Midge, I can only assume that you wear your seatbelt.
Of course.
Had to make sure. Otherwise, we may have had to roll for some injuries, but at the very most, you maybe got a bruise, maybe cut up a little from the glass, but otherwise, perfectly fine. Other than being upside down in a trashed car, you hear footsteps coming sprinting up to you. The two of you see what you can only assume was a person at one point, now just a splatter across the side of the road. What would you like to do as you are still sitting there, now upside down, firmly buckled into this car?
I think my first reaction would probably be to call out for help. Just like stunned, kind of. Just like, anybody around? I'm in here.
Hey, are you okay?
I think so. I assume so. I can feel my limbs.
Well, small victories, I say as I look over to the smear. Alright, well, let's get you out of here.
Well, where there was a bloody body connected at the end of that smear, that bloody body is gone.
What the hell? I'm gonna reach in and try to start helping Midge out to the best of my ability.
Take you a few moments trying to avoid broken glass, trying to avoid, shards of metal that are jetting up. Kyle, what do you do?
Well, when I see the person inside the car being helped and no body, I figured the person is getting helped, so I'll go try and see what's up with that. Because if that person moved, they might still need help.
Get a few
However,
steps
unlikely.
away from the car towards where there was just a bloody streak. And silently, out of nowhere, there's suddenly just a mass of bloody, broken bones and bruised and cut flesh that just launches itself towards you. I need you to make a might defense roll. Again, a difficulty of 9.
Difficulty of 9. Okay. I will apply
Difficulty of
effort.
3, target number 9.
Right. Yeah, I'll apply effort.
So now it's only target number 6. Didn't need it
Ooh.
at all. That's even a minor effect if you would like to apply it. I don't know if
I
yours
mean,
applies here.
I don't think my mine would apply too much.
You easily just lean back as this thing hits the ground, legs and limbs just still busted up from the impact of the car, trying to claw towards you. A figure that should not be alive, but still tries to get closer and closer, mouth just chomping at the air, trying to get to you.
I think not knowing what else to say and not necessarily wanting to scream a very like high pitch "oh no thank you" is kind of like what comes out of his mouth. We have a problem back here.
At this, Midge, you are unbuckled and kind of come sliding out and just, fall into the roof of the car.
Are you okay?
I
Anything broken?
think so. No, I'm good. We're good. We should get out of this.
We
thing.
should go. Yeah.
We should run.
We should go. Yeah. We should run.
I say as I start running ahead of you.
And in almost
I'm out.
perfect karmic balance, the three of you just take off, only to suddenly see a pair of headlights come to a screeching halt to avoid hitting you. As the other two of you see some survivors that appear, one of them appears a little more banged up than you'd like, but for the most part they look whole.
Should we stop?
I'll start waving my hands.
Should we stop or should we trust them?
Jacob's gonna reach over and he pops the glove box and pulls out a pistol. He'll step out. You folks okay?
We're fine, and if you shoot, I will sue. Give us a ride now.
You don't sound dead.
No.
Any urges to bite people?
Not necessarily.
Do
Not
any
in
of you have
general?
bite marks? I had rolled down my window and stuck my head out.
She will Hilda will pat down her impeccably tailored Tom Ford suit. No, nothing.
Yeah.
I'm sending one of you a message.
Who? Who's getting a message right now?
Who did it? Who did it?
Who did it?
Which one of you is the traitor?
Just kind of glance at Freddy for a second.
Jacob, I've
Right,
seen
get in the
this
car.
movie. I've seen this movie. We could end this game real fast and just run them over.
God damn it, Freddy. Can't leave them out here if they're not. Let's get in the car.
I'm already in the car. She never got
Not
it.
you, Freddy.
Petulant
Alright.
teenager.
With the 5 of you now together, are zipping off into the night. We fast forward a little. Months later. Hard to tell the exact date sometimes. Time becomes a little irrelevant. When cities start to fall, when news stations cut, when radio stations are nothing but static, and every encounter with even the living could be life or death, the world is drastically changed. That brings us to tonight, where one of your key commodities, one of the most important tools of your survival, your car, is starting to run low. You do have to kind of tuck it away off the side of the road. Just keep it out away from any passerbys that might be looking to loot parts. And unfortunately have to continue on foot for just a bit. Though it wouldn't be long before you'd come across a long abandoned gas station, standing desolate, on the outskirts of what at one point was a very thriving town. Now this place is only filled with an eerie silence. The air here is thick, unsettling stillness, broken only by the occasional passerbys that dare to try and brave this monument of the past. Its gas pumps look dry and rusted over. But hopefully, there's still something here for you. The cracked and weathered signs all creak on their hinges as faded colors are barely discernible in this low light. There's a chilling wind that whispers through the broken windows and holes in all of the walls, carrying with it a ghostly echo of the past. The flickering remains of some old fluorescent lights will sporadically illuminate this scene for you, as if crying out a warning to those that would dare to plunder its riches. Brought here by desperation, I'm going to pass the scene over to you. You can recover any points that you were missing from any of your pools. It has been months since that initial scene, and you've had more than enough time to take a rest. But as we're staring at this scene, fog starting to softly roll in, what would you five like to do?
I
Jacob. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna very slowly. I assume we're there, right? Like we're already
Yes,
out
you
of the
are
car and stuff.
across
Okay.
the street. You're as far or as close away as you would like to be.
Um. Well, I was. If I can defer to anyone else, I thought we were already there, so I was gonna walk into the building.
You absolutely can.
But okay, I would not go by myself though.
I'll come
No,
with
yeah,
you.
I generally feel like I probably try to go first as much as possible into any kind of building situation, whatever.
You just hear in your head a tiny Jacob, come help, but nobody else can hear. It's just you.
I'm coming, Freddy. Kind of shift. He's got a fairly heavy duty backpack that he's got strapped on his back, and he's got this cobbled together mass of metal that he is basically riveted and welded into a shield of sorts. That is, it is ugly and probably has some pokey bits here and there, but it's heavy and it'll stop something from trying to bite you if you can get it in the way. Um, and so he'll make his way up there and catch up, looking around. And we check the
Okay.
gas pumps yet, see if there's
I'll
anything.
No.
I'll trail Jacob. The once impeccably tailored Tom Ford suit no longer fitting as well, now very weathered and worn. In one hand, I'll have a gavel. In the other hand, I'll have a small sword. And I'll be kind of in doing a defensive walk, kind of trailing Jacob, getting closer.
I think Kyle's right behind you. He's tried his best to remain somewhat stylish in his eyes throughout the apocalypse. He has some nice tight jeans on. He has a decent hoodie, sweatband on, keeping his fop of hair out of his eyes, and he seems to just be walking to a tune. He seems in general high spirits, and you all think he broke a while ago and is just dealing. Um, And he has one of his handguns out, just kind of ready to shoot anything that pops up, because he thinks he's surviving and thriving and found his calling in the zombie apocalypse.
I love Kyle.
And Mitch?
Midge would definitely be taking up the rear, walking attentively behind everyone and keeping an eye out. She would definitely have her staff in hand, ready to take down anything that came at her.
To give you some perspective of the layout, the building itself is fairly massive. There's a connected garage, there's a connected restaurant, there's sleeping quarters for truckers coming through that need to just stop for the night. There's the convenience store area. Uh, it is a fairly massive building, and even from the outside.
Completely.
What?
I was just that was completely different from what was in my head.
No, I'm thinking like some little bit. This is like a full on like travel.
This is like a
center
full
kind of-
trucker
Yeah.
stop. Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's a Buc-ee's. All right.
Yeah, it's a Buc-ee's. There you go.
Thankfully, from what you're seeing on the outside, there are, glass window panes still intact. There are doors still standing. All great signs.
This
Step
changed
in.
my entire plan. I thought it was a little dinky thing on the side of the road.
That's why I wanted to clarify.
Can we see through the windows? Are they clear enough?
I mean, they're a little dust covered, but yeah, once in a while when those lights flicker back on, yeah, you can see the rows upon rows of what used to be edible food. Who knows if it is now?
Freddy is going to walk towards the door, and to everyone else, Freddy always kind of looks calm and collected, and like nothing scares her and brave. But inside Jacob's head, he hears, "Oh my fucking god! Oh my god! Oh my god! This is so dumb! This is just like in a horror movie! Oh my god!" And just awful teenage thoughts about death and murder and all these horror movies she's seen in theaters. But outside she looks calm and collected. I'm going to see if there is anything I can feel. She has taken on the role of, I am the magic one. I will act magic. It's gonna be okay. And she has her hands out in front of her. I want to walk up to the door, and without opening it, can I spend 2 intellect points to scan as far as I can? I know this place is huge, and it's only like a 10-foot cube, but I want to make sure there's nobody like on the other side of the door about to jump us or something.
No. Within 10 feet of the entrance, you are not.
Okay, so do I get anything else though?
Let's.
Like, are there any booby traps right near the door?
You learn whatever facts the GM feels are pertinent about the matter and energy in that area. For example, you might learn that a wooden box contained a device of metal and synth. You might learn that a glass cylinder is full of poisonous glass. It's a metal stand. Doesn't tell you what that information means. Thus, in the first example, you don't know what the metal and synth device does. Okay. You would pick up that at one point there was a trap here. It has been set off. Who knows how long ago. So there were survivors here that probably tried to set up camp, which either they moved on or maybe they're still here.
I don't know what's worse. I'll turn back with like a little flourish. There once was somebody here, but they may be gone now. I don't know if that's good or bad. There was a trap in the store, but it's gone now. I think it's okay.
May or may not. Don't
Yes.
walk in alone. Either we create a distraction out here that can lure out whatever is lurking deep inside, or we all go together. Those of us with weapons in front, no?
I wasn't
we
gonna
should
go
still
in
go in.
there.
Let's. I'm not seeing anything through the window. I think we're good to just go in, as long as we're careful. We can take a look around.
Be careful, quiet, and on alert, everyone.
Freddy
Got it.
opens the door and jumps back behind Jacob.
I am going to spend a GM intrusion.
You asshole.
It's fine. Um, let's go with Freddy, because you were the one that initiated the opening of the door, and kind of the beckoning of the danger. You'll gain an XP, and you can choose one person to give XP to. Whoever you like. Right.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Sorry. Who's Freddy? Um, say
Apparently
that
answer
again.
to
Who?
Mina.
I know. Say that again.
So you gain an XP,
Okay.
because I am a mean, terrible person. And you
Thank
can
you.
choose someone else to gain an XP.
I mean, I'm gonna give it to Jacob because he's my hero.
Oh, there's even a button for me to propose the intrusion. That's fun.
Oh, that's neat.
Ooh.
Fancy.
I'll do that. Did a little thing pop up for you?
I did.
Yes, it did. So I can click accept. And I gave it to Jacob.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's cool.
Oh, and it automatically added it to my.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, Founder,
Okay.
you're so cool.
I'm going to increase the intrusion range from 1 to 2. As the door just creaks open, letting out this horrifically loud metal on metal whine.
Oh, I don't like that.
Seems like everything's fine. Who's going first?
Me.
Jacob. Stepping through the threshold, you're just hit by the immediate, stale, dusty air. Notice that trap
Smell.
that had been set. Just nothing fancy. Just like cans and bottles and string, just meant to be more of an alarm than anything. Long since set off.
Jacob, be careful, you hear in your head.
Make my way slowly in, looking around, checking. Like I picture going in more at like the convenience store part. It's like probably being like the main, most obvious entrance kind of thing.
After a few moments, after a few steps, you hear a dulled and muffled repeats again, again.
Can I tell what direction it's coming from?
Deeper into the building.
Something's here. Pull out his pistol and slowly start moving in that direction.
You on the shelves. Don't imagine that any of you have had a whole ton to eat since this event. Anything you can stop and scrounge. So, passing by bags of chips, cookies, what probably went stale a while ago, but still,
Who cares?
Who cares?
you're getting the tummy rumbles of just, oh, Doritos. I remember what Doritos taste like. Get about halfway across this room, and there's just this loud click and very soft static, which some or maybe all of you would recognize as like a CB radio. And a voice on the other side calls out, "The hell do you think you're all doing in there?"
Hello?
Yeah, I don't know if you know how these radios work, but you gotta hit the button before I can hear anything you're saying.
Can I
I
see the
assume you
radio?
can hear me. And if you can, let you know that I am in the garage, I am holed up. And if you want any chance of not ending up like one of those things, I'd suggest you find your way to me.
One of those things.
As soon as
Raj, everyone?
the voice cuts out, that thudding has stopped.
Say we'd listen. Head towards the garage.
There's the constant sound of wrinkled paper as Freddie continues to shove snacks into her backpack.
Nice.
Smart.
Good call. Good call.
From this vantage point, it sounds like whatever noise you were hearing, whatever thudding, looks like it's coming from the area that is generally the bathroom. You also have a hallway that leads off towards the sleeping areas, and then you have a hallway that leads off towards the garage.
Start heading towards the garage. I'm gonna kind of.
Alternatively, you could stay here for a moment if you would like to search and maybe find a cipher.
Hinty hint hint hint.
You don't have to. It will kill time.
Feel like maybe moving
Will it
forward
kill
is a better
other
idea.
Yeah.
It
Good.
might.
Hilda wants to go to the garage, so I'm gonna stay out of this decision and let someone else make it.
Freddie has stopped paying attention because now she's trying to decide what flavor Skittles she wants.
I mean,
And then
Freddie's
she
looking.
thinks, and then
Freddie's
she thinks,
looking.
I am looking, but then
Yeah.
she's like, wait, why do I need to decide? And she just starts putting all the
Just
Skittles
start
in her
grabbing.
backpack.
Nice.
All the
I mean,
Skittles.
yeah, I am kind of searching through the candy and chips, but I don't know if that's relevant.
Ready, we need to go.
But they have like the biggest selection of Starburst flavors I've ever seen in my life.
Would you say, perhaps, that if Freddy were to need to roll stealth, due to the now many packs of wrappers that you have on you, that your stealth might be a little more difficult?
No! Why would that even be a thing? She has padded her backpack with cotton, of course.
Naturally,
would be-
of course.
Naturally.
So we are not taking the time to
mean-
stop and look. We are pressing on.
Think so.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna kind of wave like Hilda in that direction. Like I'll keep myself between them and this thumping noise. So they
Yeah,
will.
I'm still trailing Jacob pretty closely.
We make it to the long hall where you see like, some little like mechanical cars and little like coin operated, horse rides for kids that would, bounce. Not used for a very long time. Vending machines that have been smashed open, most of their contents pulled out, but this place looks oddly untouched. Like it's something has prevented it from being looted.
It's all just still here.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Seems pretty sus.
Doesn't seem trustworthy, but worth a conversation.
I'll put away my handgun and hold my rifle.
So who is leading the way towards the garage?
I'd like
can.
to, unless do you want to? I can trail
no.
you.
It's better if I'm trailing someone else. But I'm willing.
Yeah, if no one's opposed, I'll go ahead. Still gripping my gavel and sword.
You
Absolutely.
generally don't want the rifle guy being in front.
Yeah. Well, Hilda, you step through the hall, your boots just clacking against the tile. The further in we go, the colder it feels like it's getting. You do feel this occasional breeze, but it doesn't really seem to have a source. Until you get to what was a set of double glass doors leading into the garage area. You see what was a waiting room at one point. There are still magazines in there, now dust covered. But the doors themselves have been smashed and just a very thin metal frame that remains easily stepped through.
I'll slowly and cautiously step through it.
I feel like this is a perfect opportunity to get a nice, good stealth check from, which would be a speed roll. And if anyone has any training in being stealthy or moving quietly, that would apply. Otherwise, you are looking at a difficulty of 4, target number of 12. If anyone would like to spend effort. A natural 20, a 12, a 15. Who needs to spend effort? A 17 and 5.
Whoops.
That is a vast majority pass. You are fine.
I was eating Funyuns and making crunching noises and dropped one, and Kyle stepped on it.
Well, at least it's quieter than the time I forgot to switch out of my taps.
As we move in, silent. Other than the crunching of chips underfoot, that doesn't seem to have disturbed anything. We step into the garage. An enormous chunk of this structure, meant for trucks to be able to be pulled in and be worked on. There is only one in here. You're not seeing any lights, you're not seeing any indication that there's anyone living here or that there even has been for a very long time.
You said there's like one truck in here?
Yep.
Does the truck have like one of those like a I don't know, it's attached to a truck? The thing that's
trailer?
attached. Yeah, the trailer.
Yes, it is the full trailer and
Okay. I'll go to the back of the trailer and with my gavel I'll kind of pound on it as I'm knocking.
I would love to propose an intrusion
course you
there
would.
for you.
Yeah. I
That
have
makes
no
sense.
choice but to accept. Where am I?
Just want to point out, we just did a stealth roll, and then
And
you
then
just went
bang,
over
bang,
and hit a
bang,
big
bang.
truck with a gavel.
Yeah. I'm gonna give the other XP to Kyle.
Thank you.
From outside of this sealed garage, with those big metal drop doors on either side of you, you hear at first just one pained groan, and then it's joined by another and another and another, and just hear something hit one of those metal garage doors and just break nails down it. But there's nothing in here with you.
Jacob has developed a growth on the side of his arm in the form of Freddy.
Does it sound like anything's inside the trailer?
After listening for a few moments, you do hear movement.
So it sounds like something's in this garage with us, but we can't see anything.
So all the movement that you're hearing is coming from
Yeah.
outside those garage doors.
Oh, from outside. Okay, okay.
And there's something in that trailer that you just pounded on, but it sounds like, one figure that could possibly just be trying to move, barricades, gets to the door to physically open it. Could be.
Okay.
Did any of us grab the radio, or I can't remember what just happened
No.
in the previous room.
I don't think we ever saw the actual
Yeah.
radio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Move back away from the door. Like
I'll point to the trailer, look at Jacob, shrug. Is there like a latch to open it?
One of those big, pull up and over, on the back, like a U-Haul.
I'll say audibly. Yeah, I'll say audibly. We wish to speak with the owner of this establishment. I do believe it was you who radioed us. And see if there's a response.
From in the cab of the truck, you hear that pop and static again from the CB within the cab. And it's a little muffled at this distance. It's, only meant to really be audible for whoever's in the driver's seat. You'd like to circle around that way.
Yep, I will.
Can you hear me?
I'll reach up and enter, I guess, the cab and try to find the radio.
Yeah. Pull yourself up in the driver's seat. Well, first I want to say that I'm sorry. I've been trapped here a long time. I hope you know that. Met a lot of good folks, and well, every time I thought that maybe I could trade their life and get mine back, but well, I guess that's just not how it is anymore.
Let me guess, you've lured us into a trap.
The movement from the back of the truck starts to turn more frantic. And something heavy slams against the back door. Died a long time ago, sweetheart. I'm Just trying to get my deserved rest, that's all.
Hmm.
I just need you to know that I hold in my hands two weapons, the judge and the executioner. After we kill whatever you've thrown at us, I will come find you and I will judge you accordingly. And I'll just turn off the radio.
Whatever that is slams against it again, and there's this pool of green that starts to ooze out from the bottom of the door. What the rest of you like to do?
Something starts slamming against the inside of that trailer. I'm taking Freddy and I'm backing away, like pushing Freddy behind me as we're going backwards to put distance between us and that trailer.
Yep, I'm just going with it.
Yeah, I'd like to get some distance from the back and activate my Overwatch ability on the back of the trailer.
Absolutely. This thing slammed it again, this time busting through that door, coming just bent absolutely inwards, falling to the ground with a clatter. A enormous figure more rolls out than falls out. Body horribly distended, glowing with pockets of green along. A figure that was probably a little portly in life, now absolutely massive, as if they could burst at the smallest of nicks.
Can I scan this thing?
Sure.
Listen, I have one power, and that's what I'm gonna use.
I got one thing.
I got one thing.
Scanning creature object always reveals its level. It is level 4.
Cool.
As well as whatever pertinent facts. This thing is clearly infectious. I would advise
cool.
not letting any part of its body on you or near you, or especially in any open wounds.
Please don't get- That thing looks really big. Also looks really, 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 really bad. So please don't let it touch you guys. Don't eat it. Don't lick it. Don't stop licking it. And just
Stop licking the damn thing.
stop licking the damn thing. Thank you for anybody who plays Baldur's Gate. Just don't let it get in your open wounds. I bet if you touch it, you'll turn into that.
Great, let's just shoot it then.
Okay.
Yeah.
We run and then
Well,
someone take a shot.
Midge is probably still by the door. So I would like to use one intellect point and cast Entangling Force, which will basically keep it still.
Yes.
Ooh.
I almost took that was a good one.
Excellent.
It's not character sheet. Hold on, I have the book up.
What is with all those dice rolls, man?
Nothing.
What is happening over
True.
there?
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
I thought you didn't get to roll dice, Hope.
Those
Thank
are
you.
initiative rolls.
Liar.
A target within short range is subject to a snare constructed of semi-tangible lines of force for 1 minute. The force snare is a level 2 construction. Unfortunately, it's level 2. This thing is level 4. That will have no effect.
Gross.
And I can only increase it by 1 level.
Per level of effort.
Yeah.
So you could spend 5 from your intelligence pool, if that would make it high enough that you could affect it.
Well,
I
we're
would like to
tier
do that.
1, so shouldn't we only have one effort that we can apply?
That's right. You own. Yes.
Sorry.
No, you're absolutely
Big
correct. So you physically,
I just can't do it.
you know what? I'll make you a deal.
Oh, no.
Make you a devil's deal.
No.
Oh.
Oh, no.
It'll cost you
Thoughtfully.
the 1, which of course, because of your edge, will cost you nothing. But it will take D3 off of your might and D3 off of your speed.
Yeah, okay.
Now we're getting into the blood magic.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You'll throw this magic out at it, which it does hit like chains that just jab into its rotting flesh, and it just pulls through them, and you have to focus again until you can feel blood start pouring out of your nose. And from your might pool, we'll lose. Can't see that. Let me reveal it to you. From your might pool, we'll lose 3. And from your speed pool, 1. You still can't see that. There you go.
Why is Freddy rolling dice? What's happening here?
Oh, because I had Freddy's token selected.
Okay. I was like, I'm not doing that.
I just know it, I swear.
Well, at the top of initiative, we have Kyle, Jacob, and Midge. You will all go before this creature. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's level 4. Kyle, you will go before this creature. First, you get your Overwatch shot, and then you get your actual turn. Everyone else is after.
I am trained in initiative.
Ooh.
That is good to know. That means you're also going before.
Alright. With my Overwatch shot, I will apply effort to ease the attack.
It's target number 12. I believe you're
Alright.
trained. But not... Is it specialized?
Well, I'm practiced, so I don't get any hindrances.
Right, so you're practiced, not trained.
Alright, so 1 effort.
That brings
That'll
it down
be-
to a difficulty... target number 9.
And press roll.
Absolutely.
Alright, and does it count as non-human?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay, then that will be 9 damage.
9 points of damage.
Nice.
That is my Overwatch shot.
So Hilda, I think with the fact that you were in the cab of the truck and
Yeah.
would have had to climb out, I think you
Yeah.
would be at immediate range to this thing. Would anyone
Yeah.
else be up there, or was everyone else across the room?
I mean, yeah, I think everybody else was away from this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just Hilda. As that shot pops off, this thing is hit, and there's the impact of the bullet, and then a secondary eruption of just greenish fluid that you don't even want to know what it is, that just splatters around the immediate area. Hilda, will you
Uh-huh.
make a might defense roll, please?
Okay.
This is a target number of 18.
It's 18.
18.
I have nothing.
You can spend some effort.
Yeah, I will do that.
You'll spend
I just
three-
realized I had so many things to help with the talking bit that I didn't use.
Ooh.
That is a 3, unfortunately.
Sure is.
No! Wait, you do have a hero roll.
I have a +1 that I don't think is
Okay,
gonna help.
okay, yeah, that's not gonna do
With
anything.
the 18 target.
You can spend XP.
I can, and I will. I will do that. I will spend my XP. Oh, not doing anything. There we go.
Still only a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Did you spend your points for the point of effort, or were you not worried about it?
I don't think oh, I forgot to press that. But I don't think it would have helped, no?
It wouldn't have.
Yeah.
You have a level 1 infection.
Okay.
It's your
What does that mean for me?
We'll see.
Okay, cool.
You're just covered in this bile. Immediately, wherever it touches skin, it starts to burn for a moment and then goes numb. Just quickly trying to wipe it off, getting it off of you. Jacob.
Part of me wants to help Hilda, but Freddy is the one that is. Freddy is the squishy, so we're going to stay with Freddy. And we're going to take a shot with my handgun. Do I want to? No, I'm not going to spend any effort at the moment, so it should be a straight shot.
Yeah, target number 12. A 3 will not do it.
You know what? I am going to spend that XP to reroll it, because screw that. That's ridiculous. Tired of this against you, Hoop. That's even worse!
And I get a GM intrusion.
Why do you do this to me, Hooper?
No.
Oh boy.
This is going so well, y'all.
Right?
It's going great. Honestly,
You're so good at this.
couldn't be better.
Hey, we're like an hour in the game and we're still alive, so I feel like we're getting a win here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here.
I am gonna say that that shot of yours, it does hit. It's hard to miss this extremely bloated figure, but it just rips through. Nothing vital. And there's a shower of sparks behind it. As you hear that garage door start to rumble and then raise.
No.
Very loudly, and you in your head you hear, "Motherfucker!"
Fuck. Run.
That brings us down to initiative 12, which is the big guy. Who cannot move, cannot get any closer. There's only one individual close enough to be within range, and that is Hilda. And this thing is going to just start gurgling as just rolls of its bloated body start just like flexing. And it is going to spew some bile at Hilda. I need you to make another might defense roll, please. Are you spending efforts to reduce the difficulty?
Yeah, I'll do that again.
That's a natural 20. Just you can. I don't know if you're tracking your might on like your own character sheet.
Oh yeah, I should be doing it here. So it should be down to 9, right?
It's 3 per. So you should be down
3
to
per.
5.
5. Okay.
But that is absolutely a success on a natural 20. And I would even say, as this egg is getting ready to just start spewing, you can just brace yourself, plant your feet. I'll even give you a chance to just sprint towards your companions. So you're no longer taking immediate range.
I will do so.
Did you apply effort on that roll?
Me, yes.
On natural 20s, you get back any points you spend on the action.
Oh,
also.
thank you.
Yes.
Nice.
This is my second time ever playing Cypher system, so that is extremely good to know.
I've always forgotten it as a player for myself. I have always only ever remembered for other people.
Thank you.
How it always goes.
Yeah,
This is
that's
what
how it
Sean is
goes.
so valuable to me in Old Gods as well, because this is
I like Cypher. I have a whole shelf.
Oh, it's such a good game.
Love it.
But yeah, that's it done. It cannot move. But honestly, right now, this thing is probably the least of your worries.
Mm-hmm.
That then brings us down to the rest of you. Whoever wants to go next, I think Midge, you rolled the next highest.
Hey. The door is opening
The
still,
garage
or
door
is it
at the
open?
back of the garage is opening.
Wonderful. I think since we have already started attacking this thing, I'm going to use Arcane Flare, and I am going to attack it as a long-range projection
Yes.
to do some damage.
And there is no one in immediate range, so even if you hit it for a damage threshold, it can't hurt anybody. You're looking at a target number of 12. I'm going to spend some efforts.
No.
That was almost so good.
Almost so good.
Fortunately,
not.
6, not going to do it. It does hit, but it seems to almost just be absorbed, and energy just kind of dissipates. It does gurgle out whatever it's saying. It's angry.
I think I made it mad.
That then brings us down to Freddy.
That's me. Freddy was not built for combat. I don't know what I was thinking.
You made a great character.
Squishy and smarts have no place here.
Oh, thank you for that reminder inadvertently. I do need everyone to roll your shock.
Oh,
Seeing this
Oh,
thing.
what?
This is just an
whatever.
intelligence defense roll, a target number 12. If you are trained, then it is just a target number of 9. Wow!
Come on, Freddy.
Wow, we all suck.
Wow.
Midge
Midge is
couldn't care
fine.
less.
Mitch is killing it.
Oh, Jacob, Hilda, Freddy.
What's happening to me?
Yeah, Jacob, Hilda, and Freddy. The 3 of you will take 4 points of damage to your intelligence pool.
Oh. Ow.
And
What am I? 4? You said 4?
4.
Oh.
And
Don't like it.
we're gonna bump up that intrusion range by 1. So we're now a 1, 2, or 3. And Jacob, you know, that last shot, it wasn't your fault that your shot went so awry. You look down and you see that the slider is like jammed open as the casing is like sticking out at an angle.
Stovepiped.
But bookkeeping out of the way.
I apologize. I shouldn't have said anything.
Freddy, please continue your turn.
Don't want to. I don't know. All right, I'm going to seeing Jacob kind of fail at his job. I'm gonna quick step around him. Don't worry, Jacob. I've got this. And I'm going to cast Onslaught at this thing.
Oh.
Physical damage. So I emit a force blast that, if it hits them, inflicts 4 damage.
Yes. Roll it. At target number
hi.
12, unless you want to spend some effort.
I only have 1 effort.
You only have 1 point in your pool left?
I never used any. Is there supposed to be more? How much effort are we supposed to have?
So effort takes away from your intellect pool. That's where you're taking the points for. You can just do it once per turn.
Oh, and I just
Yeah.
take that from intellect.
So you can spend
Okay.
2 from your intellect pool because you have 1 edge. That edge reduces the
Cool.
cost from 3 down to 2.
Okay, cool.
Which means you're now only looking at a 9 instead of a 12.
Okay, I shall do this.
And the onslaught didn't cost you anything because you have that 1 edge.
Cool. Yep, it says total cost 0. All right. Yep, gonna do that. Gonna do that thing.
Roll it.
Bam!
15. So the unfortunate thing about zombies is that when they are brought to 0, when they would be slain, they are only slain if the number you rolled was an even number. On an odd number, they are reduced to 1 hit point and remain standing.
That's dumb.
What? This is BS.
Mhm.
That's dumb.
That is absolute.
I know it sounds like I'm making this rule up, but I'm really not.
It certainly does.
You are pulling that out of
You sound
nowhere.
like such a hoop thing right now.
Oh my
I don't
God.
believe a word you're saying,
On
Andrew.
page 333, if you don't believe
Sure
me.
it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even gonna look.
Mhm.
I'm
Whatever,
so
it
upset right
still
now.
looks really cool.
Sarah,
All her
thank you
little
for the villain
skirts and
point.
ruffles. No. Why would you do that?
This thing takes that blast of energy and starts to gurgle, and its body just kind of recoils like waves on water. And then it stops. The head tilts over to you, and it just lets out this low, gurgled growl.
Oh. I totally. She had looked smug for a second, thinking that she had just killed it for everybody, and it was the coolest thing. And she's like looking around, and then she sees it, and she goes, "Oh!" and quick ducks behind Jacob again.
That brings us, I believe, to last but not least.
Oh, okay. The door is basically still opening, like, and still in the process of opening.
Yes, next round they will join the fight.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Are we all retreating? Or are we... Hilda's gonna begin to retreat down the hallway. I think distance is a friend right now. So I'll be
turning and sprinting back towards the grocery area.
Yeah. Can I use the understanding? Would understanding cover, I guess, as you can study a creature, would that cover all of these quote unquote zombies or just specific ones?
The big guy, I would say, is different. Otherwise, the rest of the zombies are all the same.
Okay, because I want to focus on the rest of the zombies that are approaching.
Sure.
Okay, so I'll just use understanding to observe or study the creature, and then the next time I interact with it, the difficulty of the related task is reduced by a stat.
Okay.
And then I'll use whatever is remaining of my turn to just retreat down the hallway.
You're just gonna take off.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That brings us to the top of the next round. Now, these things... No. Never mind. I was making it more complicated than it needed to be. Top initiative is still Kyle.
Okay. Now, the garage door that's opening, is there like a chain or a cable that is like I could
Ooh,
possibly
absolutely
shoot?
there is. Yeah.
Okay.
Get some
Smart.
sharpshooter going.
I think I'll still use my rifle because I think I don't want to do too little damage to not
Yeah.
destroy it.
I think I'll
Um,
put that at target number 18, difficulty 6.
okay. I'm gonna apply effort to.
Down to a 15.
All right. Well, let's see what happens.
And you rolled an 18. The door opens enough that a few of them start pouring through, immediately clawing at the air, just trying to get you. And there's another crack of a shot, and it immediately comes slamming back down. Those that were immediately underneath of it just cut in half or in thirds, whatever unfortunate section of them happened to be under the door. I would say that maybe 2 viable zombies got through, which is a far cry from the 10 or more that were waiting to get in. And the reinforcements are sealed off.
Nice.
I think Kyle looks completely smug about what just happened. He thinks he's so cool.
Well
And,
earned.
Yeah.
Mhm.
but yeah, and then I think he's just gonna. It's clear that he's holding his ground for you guys to move back.
Fair
He's
enough.
confident.
And that brings us to Jacob.
Alright, seeing as my pistol is stovepiped and I don't want to waste time trying to clear that because it's a pain, I'm just going to shove it back into the holster real quick and glance around. This is a garage.
Mhm.
Is there something near to hand that I could pick up that could
Absolutely.
ostensibly be thrown?
Absolutely. Tools.
Small engine part,
Yeah,
tool,
little
something
bits of
like that.
machinery. Absolutely.
I'm a huck it at Fatty.
I think you will have to move a little closer than the far range you're at.
That's fine.
Just grab something heavy, take a few steps forward, and just throw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a might task roll. You know what? The fact that it is locked in place, which actually should have applied to last attack against it, but it wouldn't have mattered. I will say that it's actually eased by 1 because of that.
Also want to throw some effort on that.
It would be 12. It's down to 9. You can throw some effort to make it down to a 6.
I'm gonna throw some effort. We're gonna fastball this dude. All right, come on, even number.
It's a 13.
That is not an even number.
You want to spend an XP to reroll? Do you have any XP to spend?
I don't have. I already spent it, and it screwed me. It made
That
it worse.
part connects with the side of the skull, and there is a crack of whatever bones are left in there are just shattered. That piece just goes clattering to the ground, and it again just hovers there for a moment, just kind of swaying. And then with the
Holy
top
shit.
of bones kind of just being shifted out of place, the head turns.
Why don't you just fucking die?
And I think that brings us to them. It brings us to the big guy who can't move, but Jacob is now close enough that he could potentially spew some infection your way. So I need a might defense roll. Target number 18.
18. How you doing?
Even if you're trained in might defense, which you might have been, that still you would have made it a 15. Would not have mattered. You also now have
You
the
have
first.
2 armor.
Doesn't do damage. It just gives you the first stage of the infection.
Yay.
Yay. Uh, I will let you know that it's great that this thing can't move because 7 damage swings are no joke.
Break it down.
What?
Yeah, but it can't get close enough to attack anyone because of someone not naming names. Well, its turn
Yay,
is
Midge.
done. And Midge, I think that brings it to you.
Sweet. I am going to. I'm just gonna go hit it with my staff.
Run up
See if
and
I can kill this
crack
thing.
it.
Yep,
Yeah,
just run up and just whack it. That's
absolutely.
what I'm gonna do.
Just roll an even number. It can't move, so it's a target number of 9. If you want to throw some effort from your might pool, you can make it 6.
Not really.
You have target number 9. As a natural 20. That is an even number. You finally just crack this thing with the staff. And I am going to propose a GM intrusion onto Midge, which you can accept or deny.
Midge also gets a major effect.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
What's your major effect?
Oh yeah. My major effect. That's a great question.
So it does a additional 4 points of damage on top of what type of weapon is it?
It's a staff. It's a heavy weapon.
So that would be what, 9 points of damage on its
It was
1
6, so
HP.
10.
Yeah. What is your major effect? You are cast spells.
Mm-hmm.
Page 103. Cast spells.
Oh, that's really cool.
the dead husk of this thing is removed from existence.
That's so cool.
Said, nope,
It's just gone.
vanish, bitch.
Evaporated it.
We can just ignore that intrusion then. Because it was going to explode, but now it doesn't exist.
Nice.
But yeah, you run up, crack it across the skull, it vanishes, and there are only a pair of the now much more easily to manage undead to deal with, which you can stay and fight, or you can turn and run. But that does bring us to the pair of zombies. There's not enough of them for there to be a horde, so they are far less powerful. But they are both going to go for you. You are physically the closest. I need you to make 2 might defense rolls. So they're trying to bite you.
Whoa.
Fight him back.
These are difficulty of 9. Sorry, target number of 9, difficulty of 3. Failed the first one. Easily passed the second. That is 3 points of damage. And I need a might defense of target number 18 against the infection.
Jeez.
You are
Nice.
fine.
Woo!
MVP out here. Got bit. Don't care. Dodge the other one.
The rest of us are
Painful
just going to
bites.
go home, and we're just going to leave
Mhm.
JD and Sean.
Mhm. We got this.
That's them. Ready? You did see Hilda just take off into the building.
So Hilda's in the building, but the rest of us are out here, and Midge is being attacked.
Mhm.
Correct. Cool. I am going to. I'm feeling a little better now because the big thing is gone, and I feel like I helped it a
Holy
whole lot.
God, erased from
So
existence gone.
it's just gone.
Mhm.
So now I feel better. I'm gonna do my onslaught again at the one that hurt Midge.
Yeah. Target number 9, unless you want to spend some effort. That alone is one of the things that made me love this system. If it's a level 3 enemy, attacking them, 9. Being hit by them, 9. They do 3
Mhm.
points of damage. It's beautifully simple.
Yeah.
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 Yep. Oh, come on. Really?
An even number, but it is not high enough.
No.
Unless you have any XP to
Hubris.
spend.
I do have 1 XP. I will use my XP.
Yeah. That absolutely hits.
Better.
4 points of damage.
Yeah.
Not
It looks so
enough
cool too, because all my ruffles on my skirts like are all behind me, and I make it look really cool and very dramatic. So dramatic.
This thing is just impaled by just waves of magic. And then it just kind of slumps forward a little. Mouth just agape, just letting out like this crackled, like as if it's trying to speak, but the lyrics was crushed, months ago.
Gross.
And Hilda, that brings us to you. You have retreated back into the convenience store area. That thumping has returned from the bathroom area.
But can I still see into the garage? I was just
It's
retreating
just
back
one
into
long
the yeah.
hallway, yeah.
Okay. Can I go back in and take a swipe at the other one, the other zombie?
Yep.
Okay. Wait, I'd like to do that. I'd like to
What are you attacking with?
my sword.
That you would be too far from. Because you would have to full on
Okay.
turn and sprint back to even be close to being within range, and then you wouldn't have an attack left.
Okay. What about my handgun? Can I?
Yeah.
Okay,
You
I'll
could
use that
basically
then.
just come back side by side with Kyle and take a shot.
Yeah. Great. That's what I'll do.
Target number 9. So you want to spend
Is
effort.
that just that's just a D20, right?
Yep.
Not spending effort.
Nice.
17. Absolutely. What is this is a light weapon?
It's a medium weapon, so it should be 4.
Yeah.
Plus, I have Monster Bane, so I should be able to inflict an additional point of damage.
Unfortunately, that is an odd number.
Right.
What would kill it, instead drops it to 1.
Okay.
Half of its head just disappears from the shot, but it continues its attack.
Okay.
Zombies are brutal.
So it has to be an even number of damage or an even roll on the D20?
The attack has to be an even roll.
Okay.
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 That brings us to the end of the round. Up around 3. These things have continued to pound on that door. And the noise that they're making is probably sooner or later going to start drawing more attention than you'd like. throwing that out there is Kyle.
All right. And were both of them attacked, or was it focused on just one?
The zombies?
Yeah.
One of them is full, one of them isn't.
I'll attack the full one.
Yeah.
And,
You do enough damage for it, absolutely.
Yeah. I might as well do effort to ease the roll.
9 down to 6. $11 absolutely beats a 6.
All right, and that will be 8 damage since they are non-humans.
8 damage is not enough to bring it down, but it is, again, just like take a chunk out of its chest. One of the arms, it tore through so many muscles that one of the arms is just limply hanging there now. You're good? Still holding your position there?
Yeah, I think he's just like slowly taking steps forward to eventually like get up to help out. But he's not in a rush.
A little bit of time.
Mhm.
Brings us to Jacob.
So, yeah, Jacob's going to reach down and pull that hammer out of the loop on his pants. It's this little hand sledge kind of thing, and charge over there just to take a swing at one of these guys.
Both of them are low enough that it really wouldn't matter which one you attack.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, whichever one is closest, honestly. So that is right here.
Target number 9.
13.
Of course, that's a 13.
Of course it is.
The hammer just impacts. It gets stuck in the skull, and you have to wrench it back out. But it's still standing.
Oh, I fucking hate these things. It's just.
All right. That then brings us to Midge. Because you killed the big guy who would have gone before you.
Awesome. I am going to attack one of these dudes with my staff.
Yeah?
Just gonna thwack it again.
Target number 9, unless you spend some effort. 15 is a great hit. It is an amazingly accurate and well-placed hit that just cracks across the collarbone, shattering the bones in the chest. And it makes no notice that it cares. Just continuing to wail on this thing. 2 of you now are just blow after blow trying to bring these things down. That does bring us to them, to the pair. They're going to put 1 into each of you. So from Jake and Midge, I need a might defense roll. Target number 9, unless you're spending effort. Oh wait, Jacob, did you say you were trained in might defense?
No, I'm not.
Midge,
I
couldn't
am.
care less. These things aren't getting anywhere near you. And a 19. Does your minor effect apply here?
So my minor effect says you can draw an attack without having to use an action at any point before the end of the next round. I'm not 100% certain what that means, though.
I think just that. You before the end of your next turn, you can take an action to attack. Doesn't cost you anything. You can just do it for free. In fact, you can do it right now if you wanted.
Yeah, right. He wants to try to bite me, he can bite my hammer.
Just slip out of the way of the attack and just bring the hammer down. And
I'm using that +1 that I just bought to make that a 16.
Absolutely.
Go away!
Please do.
Yeah.
Go away!
Timing.
Thank God.
It just comes cracking down on this thing. And finally manages to just make it slump to the ground. bleeding out this black ichor. There's only one left. Ready.
That's me. Well, I mean, the onslaught has been been doing pretty well for me. So I am just gonna turn and do it again, and I'm getting really like assured of myself. So I'm gonna do a little twirl so my skirts float up, and do like a slashing motion to send the force towards it.
Okay,
Magical girl
absolutely.
Freddy.
Magical Girl Freddy in all of her goth glory.
That's
Oh,
the
God.
third 15 that you have all rolled.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
This is the 9th odd roll that we've made in a row.
It's a perfectly accurate
Why?
attack. You are just cutting along like the neck, collarbone area. It should sever the head, but it just keeps pressing on despite the fact that it's losing bones and muscles.
If I redeem a +1 right now, can I use it?
I believe it's on cooldown.
Oh, God damn
I
it.
don't think it's been
Yeah.
long enough.
Yeah.
Nope, it has not. Damn.
Fortunately,
Okay.
it's
Okay, well, it
still
still looked cool.
It looks very cool. Hilda,
Yes.
we are to you. You are the last one to go. This will be the last round of this combat.
I want to take my sword and just slash at it again.
Absolutely. Charge forward, blade out.
Okay.
An 8 would miss. I am perfectly happy letting you retroactively spend some effort
Oh,
because an 8 does
Okay.
miss.
would the effort be from might?
Yes, you'll spend 3 points from your might pool.
I will do that. I will do that. Okay.
Which is fine. Just running up, blade out, finally carving through this thing, and in pieces it just falls to the ground. You all have a moment to breathe, and I'm going to give the players a moment to breathe by us taking a quick break, give everyone a chance to stretch your legs, grab a drink, do what you got to do, and we will come back in just a few minutes, the second half of this game. We'll see you soon.
Boo!
Welcome back. Where we left off, we fought a big infected zombie who was going to explode and potentially infect most of the party. But one of our spellcasters here decided to just banish them to the ethereal plane,
Off to the Shadow Realm.
which I would imagine, as we're all taking a break, taking a breather, he comes back and then explodes from the other room where you're all just like, what was that? What the hell? Completely unaffected. And, yeah, you cleaned up the very few remaining zombies and now are kind of holed up, just looking for a plan. Oh, it's a little less combat.
I'm hungry.
Should have a snack.
She said that as she was eating out of a bag of Funyuns.
Maybe you should check to see how much we can get out of that place over there. Looked like there was lots. Maybe some of it's still good.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You hear in your head, no, for real. Are you okay?
I'll live. Go find some food, Freddy.
I'll go find some food.
No need to roll for this. At least finding it. We're going to give you the armor reinforcer. So I need you to roll a d6. A 5. So for the rest of the day, you can choose someone. Their armor gains +2, and it gets +5 against any damage from cold. So I don't know how many of you actually wear armor.
Is it just me?
I think it's
I
just
have a,
you.
I have a
It might
leather.
be.
I have a leather
Oh
jacket.
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's two of us.
Freddy has the light armor, so you could apply it to either of you. Hilda, I believe you are taking your time to siphon out some gas, to
Yes.
find any loose gas containers, and I've heard it's incredibly safe to just take different fuels and just mix them into one.
Absolutely.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
But it's absolutely
Don't do
a joke. And if Jacob sees Hilda doing that, he will be like, "Oh, no."
But in the zombie apocalypse, do what you gotta do.
Mhm.
Both of you aren't feeling so great. After that last encounter, you find that your movements are a little more sluggish. Everything seems to take a little more out of you. And mechanically, you are both impaired. Which means that if you want to apply any effort, it takes you 1 extra point. And your bonus damage from a 17, 18, 19, or 20 is capped at +1, no matter what you roll. And if any of your pools hit 0, you will drop to a near unconscious state. But we'll leave the two of you in your garage escapades, and that sounded way worse once I said it.
That's why he wanted me to get out of the room.
Mhm.
You're looting and scavenging.
Looting or looting?
No,
It wasn't me this time.
and we're gonna jump to the three of you in the actual gas station, where we are searching for pills, we're searching for bandages, for, sustainable food, anything that we can get. And did you want to take the intelligence booster Cypher or the curatives?
What do those do? Again,
The
I was totally paying
curative-
attention before.
If you give the curative to someone who's not infected, it will restore 7 points to your pools, split however you like. If you give it to someone that is infected, it will cure them of the infection. The intelligence
Cool.
booster,
Yeah, what's the other one?
however. I like that Nikki's like, oh, we could share one of my friends, but that other one sounds kind of good.
Or,
Or what do I get out of this?
Yeah. It's nice to know your options.
Nikki wanted to run us over with a car.
Yeah.
Listen,
we all want to be
I've
gone.
seen this movie.
The intelligence booster adds 1 to the user's intelligence edge for an hour.
I mean, that's also really nice. No, I will take the curative. Because I'm squishy and I need protection.
Then, yeah, the three of you doing some digging would find the manager's office. Have to, to kick the door in just a little bit. Not exactly a hyper secure room or anything. It's just a metal
Mhm.
door. But inside, you'd see that you're not the first one to come through here. There was some stockpile of some goods. There's stockpile of some ammunition. Um, if anyone wanted a light, medium, or heavy ranged weapon, you can take one from here. As well as a small, like, black suitcase that when you click it open, inside is a single-use injector, which, who knows what it does?
Can I scan it?
With,
Will that tell me anything?
I would say that with like nearby medical documentation, you would see that people have been working to attempt a cure, and this seems to be the fruit of their labors. Whether or not it works,
Yeah, we'll risk it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take that.
then I would say that if any of you wanted to, you could mark off the next rest, the 10-minute rest. If any of you still needed to heal.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you click the recovery roll button, it should auto mark the 10 minutes.
If I take another rest, will I have to roll a might defense again?
Nope. Just once per day.
Hmm.
Sweet.
Nice.
I think we all know who I would be giving that curative to. Sorry, Hilda.
I
I'm-
think
I get it. I get it.
when the three of you kind of return to the garage area and see their progress, you would see that both of them are sweating profusely. They seem to both be a little bit pale. Clearly, the two of them aren't doing great.
I'm gonna sidle up to Jacob and be like, "Hey, I brought you some medicine," and then stab it in the side of his neck. Here's gonna make you feel better, and I'm gonna run away.
Immediate pain just coursing into your veins, just extending into fingertips, down your legs. And it's just like a flash fever. Flash migraine. Eyes go absolute white for a moment. And it subsides. Fever's gone. You feel like you can breathe again.
The hell was that?
Like peering at you from behind the truck. Are you feeling okay?
The damn needle felt like it was full of bees or something.
That's how it's supposed to feel.
Is that how it's supposed to feel? God. Oh. Well, I guess I do
Okay.
feel a little better.
Okay. I hesitantly walk over to Hilda and I hand her a bottle of aspirin, and then quickly back away.
Thank you.
I don't know if that's gonna help.
Great.
Some tells me not.
I'm gonna take 2.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In about half an hour, your headache might still feel better. So, you have some fuel, enough to probably get you another day or so of travel. But the longer you've been here, the more that you are hearing movement outside of whether it's, things that are just pounding on the garage doors to just seeing a small herd of them just move past one of the windows. What would you all like to do?
We have what we need.
Mhm.
We can make a run for it.
Yeah.
Too many of them. Has anybody seen like maybe a way up to the roof?
Say so, yeah.
Maybe if we can find a way to like pull them away, like distract them or something, maybe I don't know. Throw something off the roof to make enough noise someplace to kind of pull them away.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah. I could help.
Hmm.
I don't know, I'm just thinking of
For flavor, I'm just going to raise my hand, and like a whole bunch of candy bars rise off of the counter, and I just kind of chuck them across the room.
right.
I can do
Oh.
stuff like that.
It still creeps me out. Just so you know, I love you, but that's
Or just throwing out options. I have a gun that I can go fire on the other side of the building.
Ready.
Oh, I think something a little more.
Yes.
You're so, it's second nature to just call on this gift. Being able to manipulate things, being able to read situations and feelings. Although at times it can be overwhelming, the lack of people you've been around for months has kind of been nice. You're not being bombarded by outside thoughts and emotions. It's just these few people.
Been pretty nice, yeah.
Until there's
No.
a single feeling of something out there. A feeling that you recognize being like you, but far more angry and more powerful.
Hey friends.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Would you roll your intelligence defense? Are you trained in your intelligence?
How do I know that?
It would say under
could be from one
your
of your.
things.
I have hunches about nearby people, sensing emotions and dispositions, and social interactions. Would it fall under any of those?
No, it would tell you trained in
It's
intelligence.
Oh,
you have your
it's
command mental powers, right?
Right.
You are specifically vulnerable to this, which is why I ask.
Okay, yeah, I am vulnerable to that,
So
but
it
I don't.
would be a target number 5, difficulty 15. For you, it's a target number 18.
Oh, great, cool.
13 is not going
Well,
to do it, unfortunately. That is going to be 5 points of intelligence damage.
oh, I say that I'm, hey guys, friends, and then I just drop to my knees with my head in my hands. Ow!
Hey,
Ready?
what's going
Jacob
on?
rushes over and is like, got his hand on her shoulder, like, what's wrong? What's going on?
Hilda, I need
What?
that aspirin.
I just toss it at her.
There's something outside.
What is outside?
I don't know. It hurts. It's like it's mind things hurt me. I don't know if it's a person or oh, I have the worst headache. I take like 4 Advil.
Thinks is it like you?
It feels like it, but a lot more.
Looking out the windows now, the zombie, small little bunches that have kind of been circling, just looking for a way in, have all stopped and are just staring through the window.
Different.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this.
Uh-uh.
I didn't do it.
Going to the roof might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's do that.
Is anyone staying down, or are we all?
No, we're going
No,
together.
Hilda's racing up.
Yeah, take everybody sticking together.
I'm shoving chocolate in my mouth. It's good for headaches.
Finding that like emergency ladder, just busting the lock off of it, climbing your way up, out. It's morning by now. The sun is starting to crest over the hills, and you are staring down at dozens of zombies that have all just kind of collected slowly throughout the night, and they're all just standing and staring.
Hey, Hoop.
Mhm.
I have a +2 to my intellect armor. Would that have negated 2 of
Absolutely
those? Or
would.
yes,
Nice.
just remembered that.
I thought you had something.
I did. Yes, I had intellect armor.
That will stop you from getting one shot.
That aspirin worked really well.
But yeah, the horde seems to have stopped and is waiting, as if they are waiting on a command.
If I look out, can I feel like the call of whatever it is and pinpoint what hurt me?
If you wanted to open your mind up just a little bit.
I will. Sure. Sure, that's fine. Yeah.
I'll give you an intellect roll. This is not an attack against you, so you don't gain the difficulty, so it's just a target number 15, unless you want to spend some effort to get that down to target number 12. Did not matter.
Nope. Wouldn't have mattered. No matter at all. Nope, my head still hurts too much. I just sit down with some Rolos and start eating.
Looking at the span of this horde, is there anything that doesn't seem to be like? Is there any one creature that doesn't seem to be waiting on a command that seems to be a little bit more
Yeah.
alert than the others?
Would you like to make an intelligence roll?
Yes, I would.
This is.
I would like to do
If
that.
you have any skills with perception, that would help here.
I can have pleasant social interactions. Let me just quickly look at my abilities. Because I do have like I guess understanding. I would need to know the creature I'm trying to understand. Yeah, I guess not. Okay.
A 6 is
Cool.
not going to do it.
Yep.
Yeah, see, I thought you were trained in intellect defense.
Yay, Sean! Thank you. Apparently.
It wouldn't have
Yeah.
mattered in this case, but
No.
good to know.
Good to know.
I do have monster lore. I am trained in the names, habits, expected layers, and related topics regarding the monsters of my world, if that helps at all.
Yeah, I mean, that would bring you up to a 9. If you wanted to push it, that would bring you up to a 12, and I'd say that would be enough for success. Or not push it, but spend effort.
I'll do that.
It's just
Okay.
3 points. Who needs
I'm
intelligence?
infected. Someone who's infected.
You are just scanning the horde. As you can see, more are slowly starting to shamble their way towards this gas station. and then you lock eyes with one figure. A feminine-looking figure of long black hair that just goes down below the point you can see in this crowd. The eyes are just pure black and just staring up at you. Would you
Ooh.
roll your intelligence defense?
Okay.
She is not happy. That is a GM intrusion. So, I am going to use my GM intrusion. To one, you did fail that roll. So
I
that
did.
is going to be
Mhm.
3 points of damage to your intelligence. As there is just a spike of pain, like someone literally just jammed a red hot nail into your brain.
The edge doesn't take off anything from that damage, right? Okay.
It's just armor.
Yeah.
And she is going to look out at the rest of your friends, open her mouth with this black ichor just starting to pour out, and let out a horrific scream. I need everyone, except for Hilda, because you are in too much pain at the moment to even understand or hear what's happening. But everyone to make an intelligence defense roll. Target number of 12.
I'm trained in it.
So your target number 9.
Pain. Son of a biscuit.
Jacob!
Why?
Midge, you will take 2 points of intelligence damage and are deafened. Jacob,
What?
you take 2 points of intelligence damage and are deafened. And I need to ask the player a question for a moment. Because you were standing on a rooftop. You just got hit with a mind-altering attack that knocked out your senses.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to suggest maybe that Jacob were to take a little trip off the edge of this roof, this is the kind of thing that I would require player approval of before doing because it is incredibly mean.
You know I'm down with all of your mean crap, Hooper.
I am not.
Then, yeah. All of you are hear this scream. 2 of you immediately become deafened, losing any bit of sense you had. And I would say Freddy and Kyle, the 2 of you with the most senses about you at the moment, see Jacob just stumble back. He'll catch the edge of the rooftop and just go tumbling backwards.
Can I? Do I have a reaction? Can I go grab him before he falls?
I would give you a speed roll. I'm going to say a target number of 5, so a difficulty of 15. And if you roll low enough for a GM intrusion, you're going over as well.
Yeah, okay.
You got something?
No, I'm good. I would like to also do the same thing.
You can both, absolutely.
Oh, let's go over. Let's do it.
Either of you spending effort to make this a 12.
Yes.
Possibly. Does being trained in balance
Absolutely.
and okay.
So if with your training and if you spend the effort, you'll target number 9 instead.
All right, I am doing that.
AMC's.
Didn't even need it. The two of you are immediately there, reaching over the edge, grabbing onto a sleeve, an arm, a hand, whatever you can reach. Their hands just grabbing down for you, and hands reaching up to grab for your legs. As just maybe 2 feet below where your feet are currently dangling, there are a dozen hungry mouths just snapping up at you, waiting for you to fall.
Not on my watch!
That was a close one, buddy.
We got you. We got you. Don't you dare die on me, Jacob. I just saved you before. This is the second time.
I
Let's
can't
get
hear anything you're saying, but thank you.
What?
I'm
You
gonna
just,
try.
you just see me yelling at you and shaking my finger in front of your face.
I would like
What
to
the
drag.
hell was that?
I'd like to drag them both away from the edge and theoretically out of Crazy Lady's eyesight.
I'm okay with this.
Hilda,
Mm-hmm.
are you doing anything? Because you were the
Uh,
only one with eye contact at the moment.
I guess as they're bringing Jacob back up, I am pointing to the woman in the crowd, voice trembling a little bit. I'll just say it's her. She's the one doing this. I'd like to use understanding on her if I can. It won't do much other than the difficulty related task that I would use to interact with her would be reduced for the next action.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm going to propose an intrusion.
Great.
Sure, that's fine.
You didn't ask me. Oh, because I have the token. Hold on. You could just deny both of those. But that's cool that I just have to have the token selected. Hit that. Propose an
I think-
intrusion.
I'll give an XP to Jacob because I think he needs it right now.
Mm-hmm.
The front
I will take the
doors-
pity XP.
The front doors to this place shatter, just under force of bodies pressing against it, and they're going to start flooding in the building underneath you.
We pulled the ladder up, right?
It's bolted to the wall. There's not much pulling up.
Yeah.
This is fine.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the horde seems to be pressing their way in, looking for any entrance. And even those at the distance that were slowly just shambling their way towards you all start to pick up the pace, getting into this light jog. What would you all like to do?
So I want to go back to. So most of these hatches on the roof, they're pretty heavy duty and can lock, or at least latch.
Absolutely.
So I want to latch that hatch.
At least making sure that none of them can immediately just climb up to you.
Yeah.
Does anyone have a lighter?
No.
I
have
can
a
shoot fire.
flashlight. That's cool.
I did not take a lighter.
Mm-mm.
The escalation there of, anyone got a lighter? Nope, but I can shoot fire.
I mean, it's effective.
Yeah.
They're all swarming in. I have, I don't know how many cans of gasoline.
Mm-hmm.
I see where this is going, and I like it.
I was having the same thought.
Close the hatch. Could pour it down, and as everything swarms in, and then all we have to do is take a really fucking nasty fall.
There's got to be a ladder off the side someplace, right?
Yeah, there has to be. It's safety regulations.
I don't know what to do about her. But it's something.
I'm
And
down.
I can
Wait, if
try and take care of her, at least get her attention.
yeah, just shoot her.
Okay.
Just heft the rifle up on the edge of the building.
Well, it's a pretty big building, so I think getting the okay, I'm going to try and like stealth over to a slightly different area to try and set up eyesight on her.
Sure.
Okay.
And now,
Are we proceeding with this plan?
I think so.
Okay, two things. One,
Mhm.
we will be in a burning building
Mm-hmm.
that is a fueling station.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay,
With you so far.
just that was a lot of rolls. Just pointing that out. The building might explode while we're still on it.
It definitely, yeah. There is
Two,
definitely that possibility.
we just talked about how there's a ladder on the side of the building, and now I have concerns that they'll be climbing up the side of the building.
Or
Hopefully the ladder's not down. Most of those
Okay,
have to be dropped down.
okay, cool.
So,
Okay, it's fine.
so to address some of those concerns, the fuel is typically in a gas. It's not going to be under the building. There's going to be a
Okay.
reservoir that's out that way.
Okay, I believe you.
Mm.
She says she obviously does not. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if we die in a burning building or we die by zombies.
at
Okay,
least we're taking some of them out with us.
Mhm.
okay. If I look over at the lady that she pointed at, do you have any hunches about her? Can I tell anything about her with my skill?
I mean, she clearly seems to be able to have mass control of this horde, giving them intelligence they otherwise would never be able to have.
Does she look human?
Yeah.
Ish.
I mean, she was spitting black ichor and screaming like a siren. So
Okay,
Well,
maybe
This is a generous ask, but with the understanding and monster lore, could I perhaps determine what level this woman could possibly be?
I mean, I think
It's a generous ask, I know.
I think you as players probably know.
Could I scan her? I don't know if I'm close enough for that.
You
It's
definitely
a
not
short
close enough for a
range.
scan.
Okay.
Is she within audible distance? If I were to yell at her, could she hear me?
Absolutely.
Hmm. Okay.
I see her with her thinking face that I imagine is similar to when she banged on the side of the truck with a gavel. So I'm going to activate my sound dampener and take off to the other side of the building.
Well, I'm going to put us into initiative.
Okay.
And Kyle, again, rolled incredibly high with a 19. So, Kyle, as
Mhm.
Thinking Face McGee puts on her thinking cap, you can just silently, perfectly silently, just slip off to the side.
Okay.
that's Hilda's thinking face. I'm out.
Mhm. Yep.
I'm a speaker. This is what I do.
And I let you do that while I'm at a distance.
From a distance. But yeah, what do you want to do?
I think I will spend my turn just getting in a nice position, activating Overwatch on her,
Sure.
on like that cluster.
Absolutely. That actually brings us to her. She is none of you are close enough to go and attack. So she's just gonna spend her action to scream.
Rise is trained in initiative, right? Did that
Yes.
get
Yeah.
put in? Okay.
I also rolled like crap, apparently.
Okay, that's what I saw the roll, and I was like, just checking.
The two of you that are deaf don't need to worry about this because you can't hear it anyways. But the
Yay!
others of you,
Right.
I need an intelligence defense roll.
Oh
Target number of 15.
no.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
Oh.
So you all take 2 points of intelligence damage and are
Oh no.
all
Oh
deafened.
yeah.
Freddy, you don't take any.
Wait. I have +2 in intellect armor, so do I not take any?
Well, from your GM intrusion, I'm just going to
Oh no.
apply an extra step, so you'll take a total of 5 points of your intelligence, reduced down to 3 because of your.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I meant that sarcastically. I don't know if that came through.
You have like 20 in your intelligence pool. You're fine.
I have 11 out of 17. I feel like I'm getting dumber.
Well, you certainly can hear a lot less. That screech hits the remainder of you, and all of you are just hearing just a soft now, muffled sounds from the movements going on around you.
Permanent tinnitus. Lovely.
And that would actually put a tie between Hilda and Jacob. So I'll leave it between the two of you. Who wants to go first?
So Jacob, what he is going to do, this really won't affect anybody else. Freddy is probably going to hear his voice, the mental voice, repeating over and over again, "What is she? What is she? What is she? What is she?" As I'm going to activate the secret,
Ooh.
and he is going to tap into that connection that he still has to the locus and try and get some information out of it.
You're using your Cypher.
Am indeed. So I believe you
Secret.
difficulty for that.
GM assigns a level to the question, so the more obscure the answer, the more difficult the task. Generally, knowledge that the PC could find by looking somewhere other than this location is level 1. Obscure knowledge of the past is level 7. I think this falls under obscure knowledge. But I'd even lower it down to only be difficulties.
That's an 18.
So you could spend 4 points from your intelligence pool to make it a 15.
So am I still impaired?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I was hoping.
But I fixed him.
Of the virus.
I can fix him.
Okay. Come on.
14. I do have a +1 from the chat, and the option to spend those 4 points is still on the table.
So I'm spending the 4 points. I'm putting the effort. So that drops it to a 15.
Yeah.
And we have a +1. Then
do.
yeah, let's do that.
And my friend Brent just gave us another +1.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Brent.
Thank you, Brett.
I'm just doing a real quick look. Oh, I did not know that. If all of the PC stat pools are above 0 and the character has taken special damage that moves them down the damage track, you can use a recovery roll to move up 1 step on the damage track instead of recovering points. I did not know that.
Oh,
That is good to know. But I don't. Were you at
That's good.
full?
That is good to know.
Or you weren't at full. It's just above 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little late to go back because I don't remember what you rolled and we've taken damage and it's fine. But good to know moving
for
forward.
future.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. You spend that +1, spend those points. Whatever Freddy is, this person is identical. They both have that same mental prowess. They both have the ability to enter people's minds around them. In this, in any study that has been done about this kind of creature, uh, they have called it a siren. It is very talented at simply incapacitating survivors and letting the horde that they gather to protect them consume them. Your best bet is to either kill it quickly or just get away.
Why
she's
is my
the same
mom
as
out
you,
there?
Freddy. She is the exact same as you, Freddy.
What does that mean?
She can do everything you can't. She's just, dead too.
Does that mean I'm dead?
No, you're
Could
not
I
a
control?
zombie. God,
Can I?
I-
Can I control the horde? Maybe I can. I'm gonna stand up and like pretend and think real hard while he's doing whatever he needs to do.
Yeah, Jacob. Anything else? You want to go kick that ladder, or at least prepare to kick the ladder to drop it?
move in that direction. And he's also seeing flickery shadows out of the corners of his eyes, and has to shake his head at one point because there was an image of a tall, masked person with a long knife standing in front of him. He has to shake away for a second because no, they're not here. They're dead. They're gone. They can't be here anymore.
Kill that.
Okay. I this is gonna require a little bit of gymnastics here. So just help me out here. I have terrifying presence. That with spending 2 intellect points, I can convince an intelligent target of level 3 or lower that I'm its worst nightmare and I can get them to do things. I can, instead of applying effort to decrease the difficulty, I can apply effort to increase the maximum. I do have 1 edge in intellect. So the intellect takes 1 off of the effort rolls, right? If I were to stack effort, it would just be 1. If I were to do, oh wait, no, but I can only do 1
You can only
effort,
do
can't
1.
I?
Yeah, because you only have 1 edge.
No, okay. If I were to do, if I were to do 1, that would only hit a level 4 target. Does the fact that I used understanding on it, thus reducing the difficulty of the related task, help at all?
It wouldn't increase the level of the effect.
Okay. I take it this is above a level 4. That sucks for me. Okay. Cool. I can't make that work. Shoot. I guess all I can I guess I'll just is she within enough range for me to try to shoot her?
Absolutely.
I will try to do that. I will take out my handgun.
I
will
need an
attempt to shoot her.
intelligence defense roll before your attack.
That's cool.
Like, even as you are aiming, trying to pull the trigger, your hands are just shaking.
Okay. With a 14.
I don't think We actually got a -1 roll. We got 2 -1s.
Yeah, thanks, Elsie.
Yeah,
Hey,
Sure.
The target number is 15. I will let you retroactively spend your 4 if you would like to from your intelligence pool.
Which is really low right now, but hell,
Very low.
I'll just fuck it. I'll do it. I'll do it. So that'll bring it up to 15.
Or it brings it down to a target number 12.
Oh, right. It brings down to target 12. Okay.
Which
cool,
means
cool.
you are absolutely able to fight through whatever effect it is, and any further attempts you make to attack, you will not have to repeat this check. Once you've succeeded once, that is all you need to do.
Great. And I should be able to add an additional point of damage because of Monster Bane, right?
Yeah,
So that'll be 5 points of damage in total.
you still got to make your attack.
Oh, I still have to do that. Yes, I do. But understanding will reduce the difficulty even further for the attack.
Absolutely, yeah. So you'll be at a target number 12. You can spend 4 points to make it a target number 9.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
Your might is full. You're fine. Sure you don't want to spend 4 points to make it a target 9?
Would it be 4 points?
Because you are impaired.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't I just use effort in the defense though? In the defense roll? I can't use it more than once per turn, can I?
That's a good point. I don't actually know because it's 2 different rolls.
Okay.
It's fine. If you want to use
I'll
it,
do
absolutely.
it. Sure, I'll do it.
Knock 4 points off your might. Or no, sorry, your speed. Range attacks are speed.
Speed. Oh my god, that's even worse. Okay.
And that is going to hit for 4. Did you say
Plus
plus
one.
1? So 5
Yeah,
points
5.
of damage. That bullet just rips through the horde. And there's just a moment where all of this pressure on your minds is eased as she is kind of knocked back a little from the force of the bullet and then refocuses that pressure on your minds, just almost doubling down, trying to get you all just to submit.
Can I take advantage of that momentary distraction to have my Overwatch go off?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I do still need the intelligence defense roll, but I will say that it is reduced by a step because of this lull in focus. It's only a
I
12.
will take it.
Unless you want to throw some effort on there and make it a 9.
Do I want to go down to 1 intellect point?
No.
I'm gonna say
Don't you
no.
dare.
I will use an XP. Oh wait, wait. What's the intrusion range?
A 1 to a 4
Ow. So a +1 wouldn't help.
would not help.
Okay, I'll use an XP. I don't
call.
want an intrusion.
Good call. Not a GM intrusion, just a plain miss, which is fine.
I'll take it.
Yes, that's the second best thing we could hope for. Your shot is true. It's just that there, amongst this horde that is gathered around her, another one just kind of climbs up and takes the shot instead. But I think that brings us to Midge, last but not least.
great.
Well, I suppose I am going to use my only ranged attack, and I am gonna try to shoot some magic fire at this crazy siren lady.
Absolutely. Intelligence defense roll, please. You are focusing. And the longer you stare, the more that she just gets into your mind. Just thoughts that you can't survive this. It's not even worth fighting. Just lie down and surrender. And any force you had behind that magic is just gone.
Great.
But I would say, if you'd like, you could just kick over a gas can if you want to start pouring that out.
Yeah. Sounds good. Let's do that. Gonna grab it. Chuck it over.
Down, off the edge or down the ladder, or both.
Not off the. I
Not
thought we
down
were
the
doing-
ladder.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
thought it was
no,
going
just
down the
off the
hatch,
edge.
wasn't it?
Going down the hatch because like they're all coming towards us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once they're kind of convening right before they come up, we're just gonna set them all on fire.
It is
think
going
that
to
was the
seal
plan.
off that escape route.
Yeah. But we were talking about how there was a ladder on the side of the building we could use to get
Yeah,
off.
that's the one where
Okay.
I
Okay.
think.
So you just pop up that hatch real quick, take a gallon, and just dump.
Mhm.
The zombie horde would have gone before you there, but it wouldn't have mattered. They are simply just going to start tearing into the structure of this building, just busting down doors and windows. No harm to any of you.
Did I go?
No.
Did you?
Don't
If
think
I did,
so.
I don't remember what I did. If I did.
I don't think Buddy went.
Yeah. Take a turn.
Okay. I just realized I was like sitting here going, what did I do? Did I help at all? And I'm like, I don't think I did. I mean, honestly, I probably can't do anything anyway because all of my abilities are short range.
Hmm.
Could jump off
And
the roof.
she is not short range. Um
If you got someone to
so
throw you, you could be within short range.
yeah, okay. That's fine. Throw the squishy person off the building. Oh right, I did say that I got up and I was like, I am going to use my mystical powers and talk to her. And I'm like, have my hands out in front of me, and I'm like trying to will. I have nothing for this. This is just.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to look like I'm doing something to help by willing myself to try to take over the horde. And like, she had opened her mouth and screamed, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's what she was doing?
Mhm.
Freddy also opens her mouth and starts screaming, trying to match the same pitch. And like her arms out flying and like just literally I have nothing that can help in this situation. So
Yeah,
that is
I will give you an intelligence roll. Target number 18.
okay.
If you pass, you will at least for a turn shut down her abilities.
Cool. I'm gonna try and outscream her.
If you fail, you're gonna take some serious damage.
Cool, this is fine. This is fine. That would have been great if that had stopped on 20.
Mhm.
Even being a 15 wouldn't have helped.
Nope.
It would be 3 points of intelligence damage, which you take it down to.
Yay.
Yay, defense! Yay, armor!
Yay. I just start coughing.
A little bit of ichor, just... You kind of cough it up like phlegm, and it just splatters to the ground.
I cough up black air. What am I? Are you my mom? Mommy?
I know we're rolling nothing but intelligence rolls at the moment, but I feel like in that moment, I'm actually going to propose an intrusion onto you.
Okay. Why
Intrusion.
the heck not?
Get that XP. We need that XP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who doesn't have XP right now? Just you two?
Mhm.
Oops. That's not... Give it to Kyle because I feel like you have a plan over there with your gun.
I mean, the plan is just to use my gun, but yeah.
Yes.
The gun is the plan.
The
Yeah.
gun is the plan.
The gun is the plan.
Is the plan.
Using the optional rules of shock, I think at that attempted intrusion into her mind, she's just going to flip it back on you and show you her life, where she was just this outcast girl that grew up and became very isolated, very alone, had to kind of like self isolate into the living outside of the city because she just couldn't deal with all of the noise and the thoughts, and is just showing you that just this is your path. This is what's going to happen to you. You're going to become just like her, and there's nothing you can do about it. Would you make intelligence defense roll, please? Difficulty 18.
Oh, come on!
You just got XP if you
I
immediately would like
just
to
got
use it.
XP! I am immediately gonna use it.
It's not a GM intrusion, which
That's
is
good enough.
fine. That
Yeah.
is 3 points of intelligence damage, but down to 1. It's your armor.
Okay, she's not my mom. She's my future.
Well, that brings us to the top of the next round, which would bring us back to Kyle at a 19.
Yeah. I think I'm just going to take a shot at her. So, intellect defense first.
15. Unless you want to spend effort.
Nah.
Are you sure?
You just got
I'm-
XP.
I
Yes,
just
I
gave you an
did.
XP.
Yeah.
Let's use that.
I have offered to the others to retroactively spend the effort. I will let you spend it to get down to a 12.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna do it.
Good plan.
That
Alright.
means that whenever you target her from here and moving forward, you will never have
Mhm.
to roll that again.
Sweet. Yeah. All right. 1 intellect point left. We got this. All right, and then I will. Yeah, shoot her.
Yeah.
I will use effort for extra damage.
Absolutely. Speed roll, please. Which I think we were doing might rolls before for shots, and I only am now realizing it should have been speed, but that's okay. 12 is exactly what you need.
Ooh. All right, and that is she a non-human?
Former human.
She's about as close to the line as you can get, but I would say yes for the sake of your ability.
All right, for the sake of my ability, so they'll bring the 6 up to an 8, and then with effort, they'll bring the 8 up to 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. And
Nice.
That's
Dang,
insane. That's insane.
And I like to think that because Kyle's not doing well in the apocalypse, it's like I'm going to clear my mind, get through defenses, and in his head it's just "Fortunate Son" blaring at top volume, and that's what cuts it out, and that's how he's in the zone, just channeling all of those old wartime movies, and takes a shot.
it's natural defense, the way that it survives, is by making you see things that aren't real. And as you are lining up that shot, you see Freddy's face. It is Freddy out there, zombified, controlling this horde. One of the few people that you have come to be able to rely on in this world, but you take the shot anyway. You did roll an even number. It is enough to take her out.
Oh,
Yes.
Even
goodness.
number on the first try for once.
Oh yeah.
yeah, we deserved that.
Yes.
And the horde below you goes into an absolute frenzy. They start just smashing into the wall, smashing into each other. Those that are outside just jump, grab onto the wall, and start hefting themselves up, almost animalistic.
Time to go now.
Can we just make it worse?
Slightly.
Well,
Bit.
there are no more mental attacks, and you can all hear again.
Oh, nice.
No,
Yeah, I'm gonna kick down the ladder.
I don't think that's better.
Freddy, that pressure
Yes?
is gone. That assault on your mind is gone. You're able to think clearly, finally.
Whew.
What would you like to do?
I don't know how I feel about Kyle picturing my face and able to shoot really well. I don't know.
You can just wait.
Okay, so the plan right now is to run, right?
Pour gasoline down the hatch to set it on fire. Run, right?
I think we need to move as soon as possible
Yeah,
because they're
yeah.
unfocused
Well,
and
Yeah.
So from Freddy's perspective, I can't really do anything right now. I have to wait for all you to do your stuff, correct? Like, I'm not gonna go down first. I don't have the fire.
You could pour more gasoline.
Yeah, you can help pour
Good.
gasoline.
We probably need some gasoline to drive away.
I know, I was like, we kind of need some of that gasoline.
How many cans do we have?
Do you want to roll d6? You're the one that got the gasoline.
Yes. 4.
Yeah. Do you have 6 full cans? Or full-ish?
Cool. I could also just try again. See if I can control this horde.
Absolutely. And she's not
Now
here.
that she's not in my mind, I'm going to try it again. And I want to go back to the edge of the building and raise my hands and do the scream again.
Yeah.
Just because I don't have anything else I can do. So
I
am just going to be my beautiful, dramatic self on the edge of this building while y'all be useful.
It would be a difficulty of 5 because her level is 5. They are in a frenzy, so that will bump it up to a difficulty of 6, which would make it a target number of 18.
Do you have anything that could ease that? We can weasel our way down. It's fine. Just
I have nothing that would help do this thing that I've just come up with in my head. Is this a social interaction hoop? There's like, it's a social. There's lots of people. It's like a party.
You can spend 2 points from your pool to apply effort. We'll take it back down to a 15.
Okay, cool. Cool.
That is a natural 20. You get both of your points back.
Oh yeah. I just scared my dog so bad.
That was awesome.
That was great.
I have no words. The frenzying horde slows, and those that were climbing up the side of the building kind of just start to slip and fall back down. And at least for the moment, they seem to be just sitting in.
My eyes are just super big. Like, Ferdy doesn't even know what to do with herself now.
Did that actually work?
A little bit of black goo just coming out of Ferdy's nose.
Nobody move!
We need to
We got
move.
We need to go.
Come on.
The
Freddy
ladder's
will just-
kicked and been dropped.
Yeah. Freddy will slowly start moving backwards with her arms still out, just totally afraid to move and shatter this piece.
I'll say that you can all, at least for the round, get to the ladder, down, and start moving back towards the car. And I'm just going to make it 50-50. How's that sound? Just roll d20. On a 10 or higher, you maintain control. On a 1 to a 9, you lose control.
Okay,
Good odds.
everybody get
The odds
ready
are
to
in your
run.
favor.
Get ready to run.
It's an 11. I need no further rolls. The horde just simply sits and waits as you all sprint off, cans of gasoline in hand, get back to the car, fill it, and are back on the road.
Oh my god. The dice gods smile on me this day.
And I think, as we have all survived, some of us, a little closer to death than we would have liked, I think we can almost call it there, because I need one more dice roll. From Hilda,
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
the
What am I
following
rolling?
day,
Yes.
I would need you to roll your difficulty 24 might defense check.
Okay. I can do that.
You could spend points. Points don't matter. That they would recharge to get it down to a 21.
Is there any way we can help?
I mean, you found the vaccine. You have the notes.
I'm very intelligent.
It would.
I'm a mechanic.
I'm a lawyer.
I have a cipher that decreases the difficulty of the next action.
Oh yeah, by
I use
3,
that?
right?
Yeah, you
By
can
3.
inject the stim into Hilda.
Ooh,
Wait, don't we still have an intelligence enhancing thing there,
I was
Robert?
just gonna say, I have the intelligence enhancement, the
Oh, this is a might, though.
difficulty
This is
of
might.
any task.
Might.
Oh,
Okay.
Intelligent
Okay.
deduction.
But the stim
Yeah.
will drop it from an 8 down to a 5, which is a difficulty 15,
okay.
and you
Okay.
can spend
Okay,
effort
okay.
to make it a total of 12.
I will. I
Do
will
it,
do that.
Do it.
I
Yeah.
will do that. Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. This is might.
Yep.
Oh my god, come on!
Do you have XP?
I have a hero point.
You have a hero
Yeah.
point.
Your
We have a
point.
hero point.
Mm-hmm.
Roll
Can I
away.
use the hero point?
Yeah. Yes.
Do it.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
We got a +1 too.
No.
No.
Do you have XP?
Ah,
Yeah.
That's totally burn it all.
Cool.
Can I use XP?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
That would be natural 20.
The dice gods, they're with us!
The next evening, you are driving. Hilda is burning up. A fever beyond control. Whatever meds you have are doing nothing. She is barely breathing. You stop for that night, fully anticipating that the next day you are going to have to put her down. But in the middle of the night, the fever breaks. The headache is gone. You breathe again. You wake up feeling better than you have. I think on that happy note, we can call this game to a close.
Yay!
Zombies
We all
are
survived.
brutal.
So brutal.
Yeah.
Uh,
Seriously.
I can't believe we all survived
I
that.
can't believe that.
Yeah.
I
Thank you all so much for being here, for being a lovely cast. This is my second time ever playing in the Cypher system. I adore this rules, and we are actually going to be using the Cypher system for a show coming up that we're going to start casting for very soon called The Experiment.
we're doing Cypher for that.
But it is getting to that time, so I'm going to go around, let everyone tell you who they are, where you can find them onto the internet, and then we will get on out of here. We'll do the same order we did intros in, so first up is Rise.
Hi, I'm Rise, otherwise known as Sean. When I'm not with the other Sean. You can find me mostly on Blue Sky when it comes to RPG related stuff under Rise, RIZE. Otherwise, next, what do I have going on this month? The 8th, I've got over on Singularity RPG doing Autumn, which is our Locust game, full of very terrible people doing very terrible things. Other than that, towards the end of the month, I will be back here on Lost Caravan on the 29th and the 30th. The 29th for Heart with Doc, who is running that. That is our part 2 of that game, and that game is so much fun and so cool. You got to check that out if you had not checked out that system. It's amazing. And then on the 30th, I'll be back here with Danny running her lovely game, The Haunting of Duncan Hill, which is our impromptu sequel to our previous episode, I guess you could call it, because we were all like, we need to do this again!
We broke that game so hard.
And they're going to break it again.
Yes, we need to recruit more people for our ghostly compound, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. There's like 5 of us living in a house together.
But we're all dead.
But we're all dead.
And you could be too.
Yes, come join us. We'll happily bring you along. Yeah, other than that, I think that's all I got for this month, actually. Which is crazy because December was ridiculous. But yes, check out all those and hope to see you again.
Yeah.
Next, someone else.
Nikki.
Go.
What did you just say?
The Nikki.
Sounded like you said you were trying to say Freddy and Nikki, and it came out as Fricky, and I was like,
Fricky.
okay, I can respond to that. Hi, I'm Nikki. I am Coyote Witch. On all of the places mostly. This was a lot of fun. I'm still absolutely in shock that we have all survived, and those dice rolls at the end were intense. Let's see, what do I got? I will be here later in the month. I'm in a Pathfinder game on the 21st and another Pathfinder game on the 28th because I like to annoy James and play stupid characters in his Pathfinder games. And then I will be back on the 30th as well in the Duncan Hill game with Danny and Rise. So excited to figure out how many ways we can break the game. Poor Daddy. And then I can be found over on Enchanting Sorcery Productions, where I play every other Saturday in their D&D Anchor campaign as a barb, cleric, Claire barbarian, what have you. And that's a lot of fun. We are currently all going to die because there are gods falling out of the sky. So that's
Just don't be
been
under
fun.
them.
No, literally, they are literally falling from the sky and causing gigantic craters in the world. So, good times. I'm there every other Saturday.
Heck
Anything
yeah.
else, you can find my schedule on Twitters or Blue Skies under Coyote Witch. Otherwise, I'm just here making fun of Hoop a lot.
Yeah. As is good and just.
Yep.
Speaking of making fun of Hoop, over to Daniela.
Hello, I'm Daniela everywhere on the internet. You can find me back here next Monday for the next season of Lancer Dustgrave, where my character is still alive, kind of. And you can find out more about what happened there on the latest episode that was uploaded on YouTube. And then, as mentioned, you can find me later in the month on January 30th for The Haunting of Duncan Hill, Round 2, Murder at the Manor, starring some lovely ghosts.
You look so enthusiastic saying that.
You can also check out the game if you want to play it for yourself. I wrote and designed it for the October Spooky Game Jam, and it's available for free on itch.io. You can just search Haunting of Duncan Hill, and maybe you'll be lucky enough to play with some players who aren't trying to kill everybody and destroy your game.
Look, the requirements were to get the people out of the house.
You did not specify how.
It's called
tweeted.
Haunting. Haunting is in the name. It was right there. Anyways, if you want to see some ghosts kill people for some reason, tune in on January 30th, and I'll pass it to somebody else.
Look, we haunted him right off the cliff.
Over to JD.
You did not tell us that we could not recruit people.
That's on me.
JD, over to you.
Hello, everybody. I am JD Lane. Along the internets, you can find me. I'm not really doing a whole lot. You can find me around the internet, and I'll be around here sometime.
Yeah. And then last but not least, over to Sean.
Hi, I am the other Sean for tonight. You can find me on the internet at The Sidion, SEIDION, on Twitter, and just lop off the, you'll find me everywhere else. And you can find me back here tomorrow for Pathfinder. I am back again very soon. Otherwise, I'm here from time to time. And that's about it.
You didn't set yourself on fire tonight.
Yes! It was nice. Improvements.
I feel like it might have been close.
Sure.
We were headed in that direction.
Oh, yes, we were.
Luckily, this game has XP that you can just save up for when you're going to get GM intrusions, and everything's good.
That just leaves me, of course. I have been Andrew, your storyteller for tonight's game and for most games around here. And if you want to come roll some dice with us, we would love to have you. We do casting calls each and every month, which you can join our Discord. The link is down below that big old button that says Discord, and see things like the aforementioned casting calls, schedules, and you can just come hang out and just be a giant nerd. But that's all we got. I'm going to throw right over to our friends at High Shelf Collective, who are playing the Werewolf 5e.
Yeah.
I have not yet seen this, but I'm excited to.
Looks like a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that's all we got. As always, be good people, do good things, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.